Hi everybody, I hope you're having a nice Thursday so far. If you've not been to my channel before, hi, I'm Emily. I am primarily a music streamer over on my main channel. This is my second channel where I do video game streams, and you know, we should be right where I wanted us, yes. So we'll do this side mission, and I don't have them all memorized. I don't know which is which, like just off the name of the planet. So it's always a little bit of a surprise. But we can go ahead and scan and find it.
Detective Corbin, all units report to ready stations for possible anti-invasion protocol. Repeat, unidentified.
Probe away.
Glad I had probes. For a second I was like, did I not have probes? I had probes. Also, I haven't said this recently, but if you like somebody who reads all the codices, reads all the planet descriptions, reads all the stuff, that's not me. I'm sorry, I don't have the patience for it. Also, like, I find, like, reading for people to be, like, I guess it's not a super comfortable thing for me. So I tend to read really fast when I have to, like, read things to other people. And, or it doesn't feel like really fast to me, but I know it comes across as really fast. I'm one of those people who has to, like, remind myself to slow down when I speak, because what sounds like normal to me is too fast for somebody else, and which totally makes sense. It's a little bit unreasonable to expect somebody externally to be able to keep up with, like, my line of thinking, but without me communicating it clearly and slowly. But I just don't do it because I feel like it would slow stream down. And since this is something I only do twice a week, since this is, you know, second channel, I don't want to like take away our time doing that. Sometimes I try to, like, leave it on the screen long enough so that if you're, like, watching it back, you can pause it and read it, but I'm not great at remembering that, so I'm sorry. So let's see, for this one, I took Jack to the Citadel before so I could level her up. I guess I haven't really taken anybody in a while. It's kind of hard for me to remember. I took, before yesterday, I took a couple weeks off streaming. And, like, I remembered where I left off, like, in the story and all that, but I couldn't remember, like, who I've taken when. I know I took Garrus the last couple of times, so maybe we'll give him a break. I haven't taken Jacob in a while. I'm not gonna lie, I don't take Jacob out that much, so we'll take him along for this one. And we'll take Kasumi. Oh, he's got points. I'll put them in pull. I think I'm going to put these in overload. And I don't have anything. I think everybody's weapons update automatically. I'm going to switch my heavy weapon though. I won't. Okay, the missile launcher for a bit. Bugs. Kinda cute bugs, not creepy humanoid bugs like the collectors. There's something with there. Oh. Is there stuff over here? No. Practice your sprints, Shepard. It's not going to do anything. I make her sprint a little more. She's not going to get any faster. She's not going to be able to sprint any longer. I need to, like, actually get some better equipment that'll make her sprint or upgrade something. Let me switch the cannon. Oops, I missed. first mission fighting Eclipse? I don't remember. Might be.
You're dead.
I am really almost dead. There we go. That's better.
Gotta hurt.
I didn't mean to let my health get that low, but I didn't think I was actually going to die there. Ammo. For sure want that. Oh, I didn't mean to select that. I hadn't looked at the others yet. Nope. Wait, was I able to... Oh, wait, it times out. I didn't know that. I don't usually go this slow. I kind of messed it up. I don't... Does it do that in the Xbox version? I feel like it doesn't. I feel like you're just stuck with it if you choose one prematurely. Then sometimes I'll guess and get it right. For those of you who haven't been here before, I've played this many times on Xbox, so this is my first time on PC. But I am using an Xbox controller.
Target down.
I thought you fought everybody when getting Garrus. Oh yeah, that's true. I meant like Eclipse only, I guess, because we've had a few like Blue Suns only missions. Is somebody on fire? What is that like crackling sound I'm hearing? Somebody's probably on fire. Whoa, that was a rocket really close to my face.
Going dark.
Did she kill him? Almost killed him. Now he's dead. Come back. There we go. Or I could just move.
Okay. Down you go.
Oh, good job, Kasumi. I'm never really sure what her range is on that attack, but it seems like it's pretty far.
Let's do it. Come on over.
I guess Jacob got up. I was just gonna leave him there. I think I can target it. Maybe not. There we go. So I've noticed when I'm shooting, like aiming and like pressing forward with the left stick, you can hear like the map thing trigger. And I don't think I'm accidentally putting pressure on the left stick, but I might be. But I'm wondering if there's like a little bit of a flaw in this controller that makes that happen. So if that bothers you, I'm sorry. I'm going to ignore it for now. I don't care as long as it doesn't get in the way of what I'm trying to do. It could just be me accidentally putting pressure on it. I do think this controller is like a little bit more sensitive than actual Xbox controllers. I don't remember what brand this is or like who made it. I just know it's like Xbox setup and format. Bought it on Amazon, like super cheap. Their bright yellow armor doesn't do much, like, for stealth, does it? They're kind of easy to spot.
I've got him.
Got no shields.
Who are you telling when you say that, Shepard? Are you telling me? Are you telling them?
Going dark.
Come on over.
I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to know what happens if I do charge, like, across this gap. I kind of don't want to do it because I feel like I'm just going to fall in that hole and it's going to game glitch. It's going to be awful, but, like, I kind of want to do it anyway. I'm going to do it anyway. Let's find out what happens.
Going silent. Can't target them.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, that was anticlimactic, wasn't it? I just want to see what would happen. I thought it might be kind of fun, but guess not. So I guess it has to, my route has to be like not blocked if I'm going to use that. I'm not sure. I'm still new to like using that particular attack, so I'm not quite sure like what the limitations are. Oh, that didn't do anything to Sumi. You're supposed to blow up that barrel. Well, they fell in the hole. Oh, we're getting snuck up on. Are we done decrypting yet? No.
Nice trip.
They've seen us.
Yeah, Shepard, they've seen us like a while ago. Why am I getting popped out of cover? There's no one sneaking around the side. There's this one. Oh, was it them? I like how they starfished before they fell into the hole.
Now you see me.
Let's try a little fire. Nice trip.
I feel like this is like one of the few missions where using pull is actually helpful.
Mind over matter. Shields have failed.
Oh, we are getting snuck up on. We done now? Nope. Whoops.
Now you see me.
Now we're done. No? We're not done. Yes? No, not done. We got money though. Shouldn't it change? This is incomplete. Wait, where's that? There was like a platinum or something somewhere. Did I miss something? Not run into this before. Usually do the decryption and it's all done. Oh, it's like over there. I went right past it. Palladium, not platinum. Oh, it is done. So I think we... It's probably... This is one of those, it's like a multi-tiered side mission. Like we have to do multiple things before we complete that little storyline. Maybe if I actually read like all the little details, I would know. But I don't do that. Hi Barry, how are you today? Yeah, I'm glad you're here too. I hope you all don't mind the earlier times too much. Maybe electricity, that the power's out, that's why I couldn't decrypt it. Well, I don't know, I think... Oh yeah, we were getting data to find the Tare Allen's location. So this is like one of those multi-step ones. To be honest, like I don't read all the stuff, and I don't like make a point in this game of doing like all of the steps of the side missions that like kind of are related to each other all in one go. I kind of just like to find them as I scan the planets. That's probably driving somebody somewhere crazy, but that's how I play it. Mostly because I play like all the bigger missions, the bigger quests, like when I want to, and then I just kind of use the planet scanning and all the other stuff like to fill in the gaps, you know, like when I don't have time to do any of the bigger story stuff. Like when I'm playing on my own, but that will work for stream as well. So let's just go ahead and go visit Illium. We're not going to do any of the big stuff though. I'm gonna take Garrus and Zaid. We're just going to be like walking around. I'll put them in concussive shot. I'll put one in here. He's like the only one with disruptor ammo. And I have to be careful how I explain this because I don't want to spoil anything. There's a little bit of a loophole that I'll want to take advantage of later with his disruptor ammo. So I want to get the points in it to the point where we can do like the squad disruptor ammo for reasons. But I can't say because it'll be spoiler. Basically, there's a point where you can have a squad and then you suddenly will no longer have a squad. And depending on what playstyle you're using, like what class you're using, that fight can be quite manageable and easy, or can be quite difficult. And playing as a Vanguard for this playthrough means it is going to be quite difficult, and you all will see why eventually when we get there. But if you have Zaid in your party ahead of time, if I'm remembering this correctly, if you activate his squad disruptor ammo before you get separated from them, then you will still have the disruptor ammo when you go to this point where having any kind of like tech attack is super helpful. And I have zero tech attacks. But the disruptor ammo kind of is like a sort of, not quite tech attack, so like half of one instead of having none, so it's something. So I will be exploiting that later if it works. Like I feel like there's some like exploits slash loopholes that are present in the Xbox version and aren't present in the PC version, and there's probably some back and forth there, but maybe I'll make that less convoluted when we get to that point. I'll try to remember that I said this and explain it to you when we get there. It's going to be a while till we get to that point in the game. Oh, you had therapy today. I'm glad that went well, and I hope that made you feel better. I know you weren't feeling so great yesterday. And you did a flute practice. Awesome. Flute practice is great. Oh, and you're about to clarinet practice. So you're just going to do all the practice then. Well, that's awesome. I hope you're having a better day today than you were yesterday.
Administration fees for your visit. My name is Karina. If you need information about the area, it would be my pleasure to assist you.
Who instructed you to waive the fees?
The order came from Liara Tassoni, who paid all fees on your behalf. She also asked that I direct you to speak with her at your convenience. She's near the trading floor.
What can you tell me about Nosastra?
It's an exciting city. We see a lot of new cultures and goods because of our proximity to the Terminus systems. At the same time, Illium is still an Asari world. You should be as safe here as you would be on the Citadel. For your own safety, however, I recommend against signing anything.
What's so dangerous about signing something?
Illium is a free trade world, Commander. Contract term requirements are more relaxed here than on other planets. It's a small price to pay for keeping our competitive edge in goods from the Terminus systems.
You mentioned trading. What gets traded on Illium?
Anything you can imagine, Commander. Illium is a wonderful world for those who can afford it. In order to remain competitive as a Terminus systems port, we've relaxed many of the standards you'd find on other Asari worlds. Most drugs are legal, provided they are labeled properly. You can buy almost any weapon or technology. You can even buy indentured servants.
I can't believe an Asari world would allow slavery.
We try to avoid calling it slavery. All indentured servants on Illium have voluntarily agreed to a term of service. Most choose indentured service as a means to pay off debt or avoid imprisonment. A contract holder is responsible for the well-being of her servants, and a servant's duties are agreed upon before the contract is signed.
You said Liara was here? What is she doing?
Liara is one of Nosastra's most respected information brokers. Nosastra is based upon trade. Information is valuable currency, and Liara has done quite well. As I said, you'll find her near the trading floor. She was looking forward to seeing you.
Do you have any recommendations about what to do on Nosastra?
Our trading center is directly ahead. You'll find restaurants and shops nearby as well. I suggest you browse our shopping kiosks. You can find things on Nosastra that you can't find anywhere else in the galaxy.
I'm on a mission. Can you help me find someone?
I can help you find major entertainment centers or stores, but I'm afraid I can't point you to individual people. Liara is excellent at that type of work, however. I imagine she can help you.
So this lady's just not in everybody's business the way Liara is.
Thank you.
Again, welcome to our city, Commander. Please enjoy your stay.
Customs records indicated Justicar named Samara is visiting this port, Shepard. Your former teammate, Liara Tassoni, may have more information. Her office overlooks the trading floor. You may wish to speak with her regarding the whereabouts of Thane Krios, the assassin on your dossier, as well.
We were always told that Illium is one of the safest places in the galaxy, until you fell off the grid. Signed the wrong contract, join up with the wrong company, or walk down the wrong alley, and it's as dangerous as anywhere else. Don't let this place fool you. It's no safer here than Omega.
Sell at 25.
No, you're not hearing me.
Excuse me, You're Commander Shepard? I saw your... I guess you would say your aura. I'd recognize you anywhere. I was asked to give you a message if I saw you. It's from a friend you made on Novaria.
I met a lot of people on Novaria. Could you be more specific?
I believe the message itself should make it clear. Shepard, we hide. We borrow, we build. But we know that you seek those who soured the songs of our mothers. When the time comes, our voice will join with yours, and our crescendo will burn the darkness clean. Thank you, Shepard. The Rachni will sing again because of you.
That's a little bit creepy.
How did you possess another Asari? You can't just take over people's minds like that.
Peace, Shepard. The Rachni Queen does not control my thoughts. That was merely the message I was asked to deliver. I encountered her on an uncharted world. She saved my life. More than that, she gave me a purpose. They are an amazing people, Shepard. The galaxy owes you a great debt for giving them a second chance.
How did you find the Rachni?
I was working as a courier. Pirates ambushed my ship, and I was forced down on an uncharted planet. I was badly injured, alone and near death. Then they found me. They saved me.
You obviously got off world again. Did the Rachni give you a ship?
No. Countless workers repaired my ship. It runs better now than it did before. They remind me of the Keepers on the Citadel in a way. All working together, each with a purpose.
What happened to the pirates who attacked you?
They were obliterated, as they should have been. The Rachni are not aggressive, but they do what they must.
You said the Queen gave you a purpose. What do you mean?
The Queen shared her song with me as I recovered. I saw the Rachni as only an Asari could. They are so beautiful, and so vulnerable. They needed someone to purchase things they cannot make themselves. Someone to work within the system. An agent, if you will. I am happy to help. My life as a courier was empty and shallow. Now I'm helping a great race rebuild itself.
You were really comfortable walking away from your old life?
You're concerned that the Queen is controlling me. I understand, but it doesn't work like that. Our minds were in perfect harmony. I saw their beautiful spirit and their need. I knew what I had to do. If some part of that is suggestion, then it was a side effect from their efforts to save my life. I am happy.
Can you tell me where the Rachni are?
I'm afraid not. I don't even have that information myself any longer. After I met the Rachni Queen, that information was removed. It's not painful, but I simply don't remember. I'll remember when I need to. And her caution is understandable. The galaxy isn't yet ready for the return of the Rachni.
I got that she was grateful. What else was her message saying?
That the first Rachni war was a mistake. Something soured the voices of her people. In Rachni psychology, that would be like mind control, I think. It doesn't really translate. Anyway, she believes you are fighting the ones who did that, and she promises to help.
She thinks that the Reapers caused the Rachni war?
I can't say for sure, but she was certain that her ancestors were forced into war against their will. Her people aren't naturally aggressive. If they made war, it was not of their own doing.
Thank you for giving me that information. I'm glad my friend on Noveria is doing well.
Be well, Commander Shepard. You will not see me again.
It's an interesting little interaction we have with her. I mean, I think it's one of the things I find really interesting is that the Rachni were able to like remove her, or the Rachni Queen rather, was able to take like the knowledge of where they were located away from her, but like she could give it back if she needs it. There's a lot about like the way that particular race works that we just don't learn, but so apparently they can mess with your mind, but they don't have to do it like violently. I'm thinking about like the Thorian kind of messed with people's minds, but it was a little bit more violent and intrusive. And not that taking knowledge away from someone is not intrusive, but maybe that Asari agreed to it when she left the planet. I don't know. But it's interesting that there's so much about the Rachni that we still don't really know, that a lot of the people in the game wouldn't know.
I thought you were dead. Shepard? The news said you were dead. What happened? No, wait, probably classified. Forget I asked. You just have to lie. It's been a couple of years. I'm Gianna Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs. You helped me nail Administrator Ananias.
Happy to help. What happened to Administrator Ananias?
He made the one mistake Novaria won't tolerate. He got caught taking their money. He's doing a few years in white-collar prison. More importantly, he won't work in the field again. Sit down. If I remember right, I owe you a beer. What brings you to Illium? You know, that you can talk about.
You ever heard of the Collectors? They're attacking human colonies. I'm gonna stop them.
Damn, Shepard. For me, a tough job involves more paperwork. Hey, listen, I just remembered something. I've gotta go. Talk to you later? And don't forget to drink your beer.
That's an empty glass. Sure, we'll help her.
Welcome. You look like someone who needs high-quality equipment. Feel free to look around. My store has the best tech and biotic equipment on Illium.
Is everything here so expensive? I'd planned to drop a lot of credits today.
Really?
I'm outfitting a team for a dangerous mission. I need the best, and I'm willing to pay for it, as long as you work with me.
Well, perhaps I could give you a preferred rate at the kiosk. Here, a small discount, and when I get special items in, you can take a look.
What kind of special items are we talking about?
Oh, you know, schematics, designs. Nothing illegal, but I may not have all the licenses to sell them.
Do you have anything else? Anything not listed on your main merchandise kiosk?
Well, there is one thing. Very advanced design. Not publicly available yet.
That's because it's still in development on Novaria, and illegal for export. Hello, Hermia.
Parsini, you set me up! But this isn't Novaria. You don't have the authority to arrest me.
I don't care whether you go to jail. I've got all the evidence I need to find you out of business.
Do you have the authority to seize the schematic she's trying to sell?
I don't have to. Hermia was under suspicion. We leaked a faulty device to her. All this thing will ever do is blow up in your face.
I need to go. I have to talk to my lawyer.
Talk fast, Hermia. When the fines hit, you won't be able to afford him. Ah, that was good. I've got to go file a few papers. Come by my table when you've got a minute.
So not only did I get that sorry lady arrested, we also got her to give us a discount. Oh, I want that. Don't have enough money. We don't have enough money for anything good, do we? I don't like the helmet. I could buy the other parts of the armor. I can't remember like which pieces in the second game are the best. I kind of know which ones in the third game are the best depending on what playstyle you're using, but I can't remember which ones are the best in this one. Don't really care about... Well, no, I do use melee damage quite a bit since I'm a Vanguard, since I'm kind of like a run at them and hit them type. It's hard for me to remember to play that way because I really enjoy playing like Infiltrator in this game, or doing biotics but like kind of hanging back a bit, and with the Vanguard you're kind of supposed to like charge at them and shoot them with your shotgun, which is fun, but it's a little bit harder in the Insanity difficulty. I think so anyway, just because I like using the sniper rifle, and that doesn't really suit this play class. So maybe I'll grab one or two of these for now. No, I changed my mind. I'm gonna hang on and buy that. I'm gonna wait until I have some money and then buy those upgrades. I can get armor later. Let's go say hi to Liara while we're here.
Hello, Commander Shepard. Liara will be pleased to see you.
You're Liara's assistant.
Yes, Liara relies upon me to acquire useful intelligence. I don't have her network of contacts, but I supply her with supplemental data. It's really an honor to work with her.
What's Liara's reputation here on Illium?
She is greatly respected. In a few short years, she's amassed a sizable network of connections. She could have even more political power than she already wields if she weren't so focused on her personal goals. But I believe she should tell you about that, not me.
I'll talk to you later.
Of course, Commander.
She's a cool lamp, though. Wait, is it the right door? It's the right door. I turned around for a second. We're fine.
Have you faced an Asari commando unit before? Few humans have. I'll make it simple. Either you pay me, or I flay you alive. With my mind. Shepard! Nixeris, hold my calls. Shepard. My sources said you were alive, but I never believed. It's very good to see you.
I want you all to pay attention to Liara's eyes and eyebrows here, because they change later in the game when we play her DLC. And they basically change her from like this model that's like based on the first game model for her character to like this slightly different version that they used in the third game. But it's funny how like her eyes are just suddenly a different color.
You have sources now?
A few. Sources, contacts, even a little hired muscle. I've been working as an information broker. It's paid the bills since you... well, for the past 2 years. And now you're back, gunning for the collectors with Cerberus.
If you know that, then you know that I could use your help.
I can't, Shepard. I'm sorry. I have commitments here, things I need to take care of.
What kind of things do you need to take care of? Are you in trouble?
No, no trouble. But it's been a long 2 years. I had things to do while you were gone. I have debts to repay. Listen, if you want to help, I need someone with hacking expertise. Someone I can trust. If you could disable security at key points around Illium, you could get me information I need. That would help me a great deal.
What's this all about, Liara? Can't you just talk to me?
Don't you think I want to, Shepard? This isn't because I don't trust you. This is Illium. Anything I say is probably being recorded.
Hacking a terminal sounds pretty easy. Why do you need me?
I don't know anyone else I can trust. Hacking the security node won't get you the data. It just creates a minor glitch in the system. You'll have a short time to find a local server left vulnerable by that glitch, and upload the data to my system. I'm leaving my own system vulnerable so that the data can be imported during that short time.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one, a server will open somewhere nearby for a short time. You can download data from there, if you hurry. Thank you, Shepard. This may help me pay a great debt.
There's an Asari named Samara here on Illium. Do you know where I could find her?
Samara? Yes. She arrived recently and registered with Tracking Officer Dara. You can find Dara at the transportation hub.
Hi, thank you so much for the raid. Let me see if I can say your name correctly. Caroline Gray, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. What were you streaming or playing today? Yeah, thank you so much. I saw movement out of the corner of my eye, and I was like, what's happening? And I didn't want to interrupt Liara. But thank you so much for the raid, and thank you everybody who came in from the raid. I hope you had a really good stream. Let me know what you were playing or streaming.
Why would Samara have to register with a tracking officer? Is she a criminal?
No. In fact, she's quite the opposite. Samara is a Justicar, one of an ancient sect of Asari warriors. Dara can tell you more.
Hey Andrew, can you get in there and shout out Caroline Gray's channel for me? If I go over to chat, it'll cut the sound for Mass Effect because I'll have to click on a different window. But if you could shout the channel out for me, I'd appreciate it. You're playing Mass Effect 1. Awesome. Oh, no worries. I know I always feel like so guilty for raiding people and then having to run away immediately, but like that's just life. So don't feel guilty. No worries. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Andrew, you could shout out their channel for me. I'd really appreciate it. It's just a / shout out. And yeah, everybody follow Caroline Gray. I hope I'm saying it right. And thank them for the raid. Oh, I asked about Samara.
I'm looking for Thane Krios. He's supposed to be here on Illium.
The assassin? Yes. He arrived here a few days ago. My sources tell me he may be targeting a corporate executive, Nisana Dantius. He contacted a woman named Serena. Serena has an office in the cargo transfer levels. Perhaps she can tell you where Krios is.
That was all just off the top of your head?
I'm a very good information broker, Shepard. The world of intrigue isn't that different from a dig site, except that the dead bodies still smell.
Thanks for the help. That's all I needed to know.
Of course. If there's anything else I can help you with, let me know.
I like how Mass Effect 2 Liara is a little bit more sure of herself and kind of creepily quoting her mother and threatening to flay people with her mind. But I like slightly dark, more sure of herself Liara quite a bit more than like naive Liara in the first game, which she's basically like barely not a child, I guess, in the first game. She considered herself, she said that the other Asari would consider her at, quote, barely an adult at 106. And so, like, now I guess she's about 108. And that makes her still barely an adult, probably by Asari standards, since they live like 1,000 years. But I like her being kind of more sure of herself. And I've talked about this before. Part of the reasons why I'm not, like, 100% thrilled with the Liara romance is that Shepard is a human, obviously, so like considerably younger, just like in terms of how like number of years old. But you know, Shepard is 29 in the first game, and which is like not barely an adult in human years, you know. And so like my rough translation is that Liara is like 19 or 20 in terms of like human, in terms of like maturity, if you want to like equate it to human years. So that's like a 9-year maturity age difference, talking about like human maturity. And Shepard is her commanding officer, and I don't feel great about that. Of course, you can kind of make that argument about literally every romance option in this game, almost every romance option in this game. I feel like the only one where that power dynamic doesn't quite exist in the same way, I feel like might be Shepard and Miranda, because Miranda is kind of like Shepard's in charge of the mission, but in terms of like Cerberus, Miranda outranks her. Thank you, I appreciate it. I specialize in nothing if not convoluted math. Not convoluted, not quite math. Convoluted, quasi-math. This is just like my headcanon, like trying to translate like Asari age and maturity to like human age and maturity. But it's like, but it feels a little more like, especially the way that like Liara almost seems to like hero worship Shepard just like a smidge. It makes me feel not great. I like better for them to be friends. Yeah, it's just it's something that, I mean, it's also a fictional world and a fictional story with fictional characters and a fictional game, and I don't want to nitpick and like pull at it too much. There are lots of people who really enjoy the Liara romance, and that's like totally fine. But it's just something that like makes it not as much fun for me to play, because there's something about it just doesn't feel like quite right. But I really like her character. Like I really like the way her character changes across the games. I especially like her in the third game, but in this one too. We are not going to do this because I want to do the couple little missions she has. We're going to save the Lair of the Shadow Broker DLC for its own stream at a different time, because it takes a little while. It might even take 2 streams to play through it. We'll just have to see.
How's your own work going?
Everyone needs information, Shepard. You want to know why I don't drop everything to join you? I need to get that data. It should be about friendship or trust. But that's not the way it works on Illium. Let me know when you hack those terminals. Give me that, and I can talk to you.
If it'll help you, I'll take care of it.
When you hack one...
I don't like that you get stuck in like the circle.
This may help me pay
Let's go hack our terminals. Like dialogue circle.
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
Yeah, she was for sure the BioWare like favorite, and they definitely try to like, if there is like a canon romance that they kind of try to herd you towards, it's definitely Liara's. But I have a different preference, but I'm not spoiling it for you all.
Another difficult development.
That'll come up soon.
As the colony on Horizon has been attacked. The council
For those of you who are just joining today, I did not romance anybody in the first game. I decided not to. Just cuz. Let's... Before I go up those other stairs, how high is my... I'm gonna wait a bit. I think I need some more Paragon points before I do a thing that might be waiting in the bar. But you know what? I might go ahead and do it today anyway. And who's it gonna be? Garrus? I don't know. I'm not spoiling it. I don't do spoilers.
Listen, I know the data is vital to the Kurosa family. Asana Dantius didn't give us time to pack. I'm lucky I got out at all, for mercenaries were starting to shoot. If she lets us back in, I'll get it, I promise. If not, well, we'll just have to hope.
Does anybody else feel like they actually need to make the Blasto movies? I really want to see them. I love, that's one of my favorite like little in-game things. Oh, we don't want to talk to her right now because I don't want to trigger that just yet. I love the Blasto movie posters and like little snippets you hear. I want if Netflix or somebody wants to make like Mass Effect film or TV show, make Blasto, make that story. That's what I want.
I don't know. Some of them seem dangerous. That's the whole point. Danger means more contract work for us.
Well, where is it? I probably missed it. Oh, there's one. I'm gonna run out of time. There. Oops. I messed it up. There we go.
For example, you know that new drug, the one that causes permanent neural scarring? That's horrible. There's a 12-page contract.
No, I haven't had any luck yet. She insists it was legal. I don't know. I'm going to call in a favor and have a friend.
There it is. Let's go talk to Shiala first, and then look at the other terminals.
Shepard. I don't suppose you'd remember me. I'm Shiala. We met on Pharos during the Geth attack. Saren had given me to the Thorian creature as a slave, and you killed it. And saved me. I promised to help Zeus Hope recover. I'm actually here on Illium for just that purpose.
No, you're absolutely right, DJ Dementor. This game series is super old, and the it takes like 2 minutes on Google to get the entire franchise spoiled for you. This is not my first playthrough by any means. I'm well into like the double digits, but you know, I was lucky enough to get to. I came kind of late to this game series. I played for the first time in like 2013, 2014, something like that. And I had never been spoiled, so even though I was late to the party, I got to enjoy it for the first time without having any of it spoiled and getting to just discover it for myself. And I know that some people prefer to watch playthroughs rather than play games for themselves. So on my channel, we don't spoil what's going to happen, even though I already know. Just so anybody watching in chat, you know, can enjoy it and find out what happens in their own time. Sometimes I accidentally say something and spoil something coming later, but I'm human. But yeah, but I'm also like trying to not spoil my own plans for this playthrough so that it can be fun to watch. But also I feel like there are a lot of things that anybody who's watched my stream before could probably figure out what it is I'm going to do ahead of time. So it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek thing. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Like I'm one of those people who gets a little annoyed when someone gets like all butthurt because a movie or a book or whatever or a TV show that's been out for like more than a few years, like 5 to 10 years, gets spoiled for them. I'm like, well, like you had an opportunity to experience it for yourself and you didn't, you know. But at the same time, I feel like, you know, I don't need to like deliberately spoil things. So like in the future, maybe I'll stream it again and we'll do like a spoiler-ridden playthrough where we just talk about everything that happens at all times across the whole playthrough. But like for this one, because it's my first time streaming it, and I know that there's at least one person who's been watching who's never played before, I want them to kind of get at least a little bit of a genuine first experience. But you know, it's cool. The reason I ask about Garrus is because he's always fangirled over, not just by Ghost, by everyone. Garrus is great. I love Garrus. He's my favorite character in this game. but I'm not spoiling who I'm going to romance. I refuse. I'm not going to ruin the moment. Okay, we'll get there when we get there.
How's Zeus Hope doing?
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
And there's nothing wrong with fangirling over Garrus or any other character in the series. There are a bunch of great characters in this series. See, you don't get why the class is oh, I like Infiltrator. I like using the sniper rifle, and I like having like the combination of the tech attacks with the sniper rifle. But I've played every play class in this game, and I feel like they're all fun, like for different reasons. I don't feel like there's one that's like considerably better than all the others. I had the least amount of fun playing as a Sentinel. I just didn't enjoy that one as much. I like Vanguard a lot. This is my first time playing Vanguard on Insanity, and it definitely makes some missions harder. Interesting. I hadn't got that vibe, but that's interesting. That's your experience. I like it. I like playing Infiltrator, but like I wouldn't say like the game would be awfully boring if I played the same like play class over and over. I have a lot of fun being an adept, just straight biotic. I think that's a lot of fun too. I also think being a soldier is a lot of fun, like just doing like the guns and like the melee. I think that's a lot of fun too. So like I don't disagree that Infiltrator is a lot of fun, but I don't think it's like leaps and bounds better than all the other play classes. That's just my opinion. Everyone's allowed to have a favorite. They're allowed to say like, actually my best experience playing this game is this set of circumstances, and that's what I'm always going to do. Totally fine. Like, do what you want to do. The only time I have a problem is when we start trying to tell people that their preferences are invalid, because that's not cool. But like, I could see why people will pick that as their favorite, but I feel like the only one I didn't really enjoy all that much was Sentinel, but I would try it again. And Engineer took a little while for me to kind of get the hang of it, but it grew on me. I did like that though. Yeah, I like Adept. It's not as great in Mass Effect 2. You're absolutely right. Playing Adept is more fun in the first and in the third game. But yeah, Warp is a fun attack. Throw is my favorite biotic attack. It's one of the things I'm kind of sad about playing Vanguard is I don't have Throw in this game, but I love Throw. It's very satisfying to just send them, soaring off into the air. I think I did this already. Sorry if it's a repeat.
We've done a lot of rebuilding. We even salvaged some useful material from the Geth ship you destroyed. The Exogeny researchers got called back to their headquarters, however, along with what was left of the Thorian.
Is it Exogeny pushing colonists around again, or did the Thorians somehow survive our fight?
No. Exogeny has been very supportive of Zeus Hope. They actually seem to want to help us survive, and the Thorian is dead. Though, after all you went through to kill it, I understand your concern. I fear that after our adventure on Pharos, my purpose on Illium will seem mundane by comparison.
Is there something I can do to help?
I'd appreciate it. I've reached the limits of my diplomatic abilities, and I prefer not to start trouble. Some of the colonists had health problems as a result of the Thorian control. We hired a colonial survey group to do some medical scans, but the medical contract apparently allows the company to perform invasive procedures without our consent. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, we should just go ahead and just ask this lady why she's green.
Wait a minute, Shiala. You were only green when the Thorian made you a clone. The real you was blue like normal Asari.
Those health problems I said were related to the Thorian control. This is mine. A few months after the Thorian died, my skin pigment changed. My biotic abilities are unstable as well. I'm also having vivid dreams about my time with the Thorian. It is disconcerting.
Yeah, I get that too. I played this several times, and it's interesting. Like I played, as far as BioWare games go, I played Dragon Age first before I played this one. And when I played Dragon Age, which I've replayed so many times, I've done like every combination of like race and class and romance option that I possibly could. I think there are a couple I haven't done yet, like, you know, because it's almost in that one, in that series, my favorite aspect of it is I think getting just like, it's just like the world and like the way you can get these different like combinations of events that kind of make different outcomes, and I like playing with that. There are characters I like in that game series, but I feel like I have that I prefer in general the characters in Mass Effect. But when I play Mass Effect, I'll mix up what play class I'm doing, and sometimes I'll do a bit more Renegade. I mean, there's not as much nuance, I don't feel like, in Mass Effect in terms of like the Paragon Renegade, you know, spectrum, but I do the same romance every time in this game. I've done one different one time, and I didn't have as much fun, so I went back and did the same one again. So maybe I'm a little bit basic in that regard when it comes to playing Mass Effect, but like, it's a good time for me, so that's what I like to do. But I keep telling myself sometime I'm gonna go back. I've never done a male Shepard playthrough. Someday I will do that, and I'll do different romance option. If I was going to do a male Shepard playthrough, I think I'd like to do Jack as the romance option. I think that could be kind of fun. Who did I save on Vermeer? I saved Ashley on Vermeer. Yeah, I saved Ashley this time for the very arbitrary reason of every time I play, I flip-flop on who I saved. And last time I played by myself, I saved Caden, so this time I saved Ashley. Like I said, I didn't romance anybody in the first game, so it wasn't as complicated, I guess.
Tell me more about the contract you signed for these scans.
Barrier Frontiers was interested in our problem. They offered to perform medical scans and deliver treatment for next to nothing. I should have known it was too good to be true, but we were desperate. In the fine print, we apparently agreed to let them perform invasive follow-up procedures if they deem it valuable, which they have.
I think you might be right in the sense that I think male Shepard got more by romance options, at least in the first through the second game. I'm like trying to count real fast in my head. I don't know if I'll say that they're better. Let's put a pin in that discussion for when I actually pursue my romance option in this game, and I'll give you my short dissertation on why it's the best one in the game. At least I think so. But let me try and stay focused on Shiala's conversation right now.
Can they actually force these procedures on you?
No, but
Poor
they can
lady's
declare
brain.
us in breach of contract, which means we're responsible for the full price we would have paid normally. Zoo's hope just got back on its feet. There's no way we can afford that, Shepard.
What kind of health problems did the colonists have?
Headaches or muscle spasms, similar to what they experienced while under Thorian control. Sometimes, the colonists near another former Thorian victim shared sensations like heat or pain. It has to be a result of trace amounts of the Thorian's parasitic spores. You can see why we'd want it studied and cured.
I'll talk to the survey group.
I appreciate it, Shepard. The Barrier Frontiers representative knows about the issue.
I saw your conversation, human. You're here to complain about the medical contracts those colonists from Pharaoh signed. I suggest you leave. Your life is short enough. Do not waste what time you have bothering me.
Why are you insisting on these tests? What use could they possibly be?
Their use is not your concern. A legal binding contract was signed. Nothing else matters. All of you. Humans, Solarians, Turians. You come to our planet, then complain that our laws don't suit you. The galaxy would be a better place if nobody but the Asari had ever dragged themselves out of the primordial muck.
It's a little xenophobic and not cool.
Perhaps we could work out different tests. Something that will work for both sides.
If the colonists were not willing to abide by the terms of the contract, they should not have signed it. The onus is not upon me to accommodate them.
She is a bit cranky today, isn't she?
So you'd be this harsh in your contract terms if these were Asari colonists?
If they were Asari, they'd be dealing with problems unleashed by another race. Asari like my bondmate, who died when the Geth rebelled against the Quarians. Or my daughters, who died during the Geth attack on the Citadel. One worked in the embassy, the other was a greeter for the consort.
So we actually met both of them in the last game.
I'm not speaking in hypotheticals, human. The aliens will never be my allies. The best they can do is give me useful medical data.
I'm not sure. I've seen like mixed reports on that. Like there's one stat floating around that says something like 80-something% played Mel Shepard and when Legendary Edition was released. But like I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know like how big their sample size was. I don't know how long they surveyed, whatever. I don't think Mark Muir is a bad voice actor by any means. I think he's actually very talented. He does the Vorcha and the Hanar and a bunch of other and several of the like the Volus voices in these games. Like he's very talented. I don't like his Shepard as much. I feel like he tried to achieve like stoic and it comes across a bit wooden. Like there are some scenes in particularly in like the third game where I feel like Shepard really should be having a quite emotional reaction to what's going on, and Male Shepard comes across as a little bit like wooden, I guess. But that's all a matter of preference. And we also, I think all of us project our own like headcanons a bit and how we kind of picture and consider our own character like onto the game. So like that can affect things. But yes, I do prefer Jennifer Hale's voice acting for female Shepard to Mark Muir's voice acting for male Shepard, but I don't by any means want to like discredit his talent or like how hard he worked contributing to this series. It's just my personal preference that the female Shepard voice, I don't want to say is better. It's just, in my opinion, it's better. It's the one I enjoy playing.
Why was your bondmate on the Quarian homeworld?
Studying the Quarians. Not their technology, but their music. She loved all their art. Said they had old souls. I think that's where my daughters got it from. Both of them loved talking with people, exploring new cultures.
They sound like wonderful people. The galaxy is lesser for their loss.
Yes, it is.
Do you think they'd want you to do this?
I'm not. I didn't. Oh. I'm sending an amended contract. No more tests, no fees. There's enough grief in this galaxy. I don't need to add to it.
That was a pretty big 180 she made really quickly. I guess Shepard is just that persuasive. I buy these star charts every time. I don't know what they actually do. Maybe they unhide these systems? I don't know. Buy them every time, and I'm not really sure why. Let's go talk to Shiala again.
Did you get the star charts?
Yeah, I had to deal with Arinya though.
Yeah, I feel like she is just very much overwhelmed with grief, and it's making her a bit irrational, and she's lashing out at people that don't deserve it. Well, I'm trying to talk to you, Shiala. Why can't I? There we go.
You did it. I just got the revised contracts. Thank you, Shepard. You've saved Zoo's hope again. I don't think I could have... Is it always like this? Yesterday's problems lingering in some new form. Isn't anything ever just fixed?
You've got the power to make a difference, Shiala. Not everyone does.
You're right. You gave us a chance by saving the colony. I can't let them down. I won't. Thank you for what you've done here, Shepard. I'll keep doing what I can. Maybe sometime when I'm not organizing the colony and you're not doing whatever you do.
Poor Shiala. She doesn't even get a chance. She kind of hits on Shepard and like that's the end of it. So I guess they decided for us Shepard is not interested. Oh, I don't want to talk to her right now because
You know Irinia won't even talk
we'll
to
do
the
that later.
non-Asari customers. It's like...
Corporate security, what a life. Regular breaks, regular paycheck. Still not worth it. Killing on salary's too easy. I have to work for every job I get. Makes me really look at the job. Makes me care who I'm hunting. Otherwise, it's just another name on a piece of paper.
Whatever works. Let's go hack the rest of these terminals for Liara. Oh, don't even get me started on the EA app. Like, I am so annoyed that I had to download that thing. And also, like, it prevents you from unlocking the achievements in Steam for the second and third game. I don't know why. I'm really irritated by it, but there it is. There's supposed to be, like, some kind of, like, weird thing you can do to work around it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to install more things just to, like, get the achievements to unlock. I'm sorry that it's telling you your save is corrupt when it's not. That's really annoying. But yeah, like, I'm not a fan of having to have that running while I'm playing, like, just cause.
Either we tax and monitor it to keep some control, or the smugglers get a monopoly.
Couldn't we have like a whole stream just talking about the bad decisions that EA has made over the years? I think that could be a whole topic. I'm not gonna do that. I don't need to be angry, but it's, yeah, they make some weird decisions. There we go.
You're sure gateway weapons and armor are good enough for Eclipse?
Oh, blue rose of Illium. Let your roots dig deep into the hot soil of Tachanka. Let our scorching sun and sheeting rain...
We'll go insert ourselves in their business too.
What do you want? Sorry, that damn Krogan's love poems are getting on my nerves.
Is that Krogan bothering you?
No, you don't need to hurt him or anything. He's harmless. Which, I know, Krogan, so it's hard to believe. His name is Char. We're kind of dating, but, well, we're on a break. And he's trying to show me how sensitive he is by, well, wooing me. It's really bad.
Poor Krogan.
So why are the two of you on a break?
He's serious. Serious, as in talking about kids. Char is a great guy to date, but for something permanent... Krogans live long lives. It's not like dating a human where you just stick it out for a century till they die. No offense. It made me wonder if he really likes me, or if he just wants kids. He can't have them any other way, you know, because of the genophage.
That sounds like a question you should ask him.
I did. I don't think he realized that our kids would always have been Asari. Non-Asari don't always get that we're not taking alien DNA, we're just using it to randomize some of the genetic information. Anyway, Char was quiet for a long time. Then he said that he'd love our girls no matter what color they were.
It doesn't seem common for Asari to date Krogan. What brought you two together?
He's a fun guy, really smart, especially for a Krogan. And he's got a good job as a transport technician. It's fun to join a mercenary guild or dance at bars for a few centuries, but eventually you hit the matron stage, you know? Then you get your back tattoo removed, let your scalp go back to its natural blue, and settle down with someone dependable.
You need to talk to your boyfriend. He's just gonna keep shouting poetry until you do.
I know, but it's tough. I like him a lot. Hell, I love him. But I don't know if he's permanent Bond material.
Look at him, he's obviously crazy about you.
Is he? I mean, what if he just wants to have kids? Am I just his baby-making machine? He said I wasn't, but...
If he said that, then you either trust him, so you have nothing to worry about, or you don't, and you've already decided.
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. And I do trust him, if he said it. I'm going to talk to him. Here, I've given you a discount at the terminal. Thanks for the help.
That's true. Sometimes everybody else kind of forces her into their problems, but sometimes she kind of inserts herself in other people's problems too. I like how she'll just stand there and like overhear conversations, like just cause, and it is kind of funny. Ooh, more fish. Somebody remind me to feed my fish when I get back. find one more of these to hack.
What about you? Going to try and make it as
Yeah, every
Commando?
time I play this game, I think this will be the time that the original set of fish make it to the end. This will be the time I remember to feed them every time.
Sounds like an awful thing to legalize.
All the dangers are right there on the package. It's legally required. Who reads?
Shepard, this is Liara. I've got the data. Come see me when you've got.
Sometimes you say.
I want to
these
go up
things,
there.
and I don't know.
What's happening up there?
Maybe it's because you had a Batarian father. Wow, you're pulling that on me? My father was an excellent caretaker.
It's just, we're looking for weapons. Shouldn't you be
What do I
taking
have
this
here?
seriously?
Those might be helpful. I think I'm going to prioritize like these upgrades
Hey, I'm
for now.
60 years old and finally out of my parents' house. And Eclipse girls never lack for company.
Hey, we're friends. I have never called you that.
No, but you're thinking about it.
You think it was easy growing up to a girl? I did some stupid things to get away from the taunts.
Investment dictates are noting concerns that new technological discovery may have set the market.
We'll go ahead and go visit the bar.
Later today, we'll hear from survey teams talking
I don't think I'll.
technology you won't be able
Well, I don't know if it's the right time, but I don't know if I'll like botch this one encounter because I don't have enough Paragon points yet. I think it'll be okay. Oh, I didn't go talk to Gianna again.
Hermia is going to be a very poor woman very shortly. Thanks for the help, Shepard. I love nailing Asari. So ageless and superior. Then you get them and they squeal like schoolgirls.
It must be nice having a job that you really enjoy.
I wanted to be a cop, or CSEC, but my family had bills. I needed the money a corporate job brought in. Besides, in this job, you don't see things that make it hard to sleep at night. White-collar crime is nice and clean. Hell, at least this time I didn't have to wear heels and a dress.
How'd you end up on Noveria anyway?
Scholarship program and a competitive internship. Turned out I was only middling at the science, but I could always ferret out secrets. You grow up poor and surrounded by rich kids, you get good at hiding yourself. Helps with going undercover.
What's up next for you?
Research. We've had some hacking attacks lately, and I want to make sure they're external. A lot of people are suddenly interested in dark energy. My bosses want to know if it's something to worry about. That'll hold me over until I have to go back undercover anyway.
Dark energy is like a recurring theme in this second game, and I don't know how much you all know about like the lore behind Mass Effect getting written, but Drew Karpyshyn, who is like the lead writer in the first and second game and wrote the 3 novels that are worth reading. I haven't read the 4th one. I don't think I'm going to. Definitely like was headed in that direction with dark energy being like a big part of the story for like the 3rd game, for the conclusion, but he didn't write the 3rd game and they kind of got away from that. So there's been a lot of speculation about like where he was going with that story and whether or not they'll revisit that for the next installment that might someday come out sometime. All we know is they're working on it. In my head, I call it Mass Effect 4 because I don't really consider Andromeda to be like a part of the main story. It's like a spinoff, so it doesn't count. But I think it's interesting, and ever since I had that pointed out, I like to pay attention to the times it's brought up in this game, and like it just kind of disappears going into the 3rd game. But I hope that that's what they end up doing. I hope that they end up kind of taking that line of storytelling that he was considering and bring it back for whatever the next installment ends up being. I think that could be really interesting. Yeah, playing a heavy class on consoles is a bit. What do you mean? Oh, you mean like having access to like the abilities and all? Like I've never played it with like the traditional like PC setup. I know some people prefer that because you can hotkey more things and it's easier to kind of like navigate combat. I just play with the Xbox controller because that's what I'm used to, and I didn't want to stream this game for the first time and like mess it up because I wasn't used to the keyboard mouse setup. So that's what I'm going with. And yeah, I know that might bother some people, me bringing up the power wheel, but it works for me, and I kind of like I like managing the battle that way, but it doesn't bother me that you kind of like stops or interrupts things. But I can see how that could bother somebody else, but it's the playstyle I'm used to, so that's what I go with. But I have heard good things about playing it like on the keyboard mouse setup, but just not used to it. It's like one of those things, you know, if you got like a favorite / comfort game, you kind of just like to play it the way you play it. Maybe someday I'll do a playthrough using that setup. I'll try it out, but this is just what I'm used to. I just like, and maybe this is a personal preference thing, but like I don't like too much extra noise, so like I didn't want the sound of like the keyboard clicks mixing in with everything else. There's some people like that. They like to hear the keyboard make noise, and my keyboard is on the louder side, so you would definitely hear it. So like, again, personal preference, but I can understand why like someone would prefer that layout in that way. Soldier's the best choice for Insanity. I agree. The first time I played Insanity, I played Soldier, and it was easier. The first time I played Adept on Insanity, it was hard. There were some fights that were really hard. There's one in particular in the third game that took me almost 2 days to be able to fight. I also hadn't played it before. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't played before, but there's a particular fight at the end of a particular DLC where you have a particular enemy who has a very similar skill set to you, whatever you play. And playing that fight as an Adept on Insanity for the first time was not easy. I did, like, when I came back the next day and tried again, it only took a few times before I beat it, but like it was a lot. But playing Soldier, if you want to play Insanity difficulty for the first time and you want like a decent experience, I agree. I think Soldier is the way to go. I think we did everything. Let's go.
It's been a pleasure, Gianna.
You too, Shepard. See you around.
So I don't have any more money to shop, really. We're gonna come back here later to recruit Samara and Thane.
Why not?
So let's go back to the Normandy and do some planet scanning / exploration / other side missions. Oh, nope, not yet. I gotta go back and talk to Liara. If there's one thing I keep bungling this playthrough, it's forgetting to go talk to people to like close out quest lines, you know? Like maybe if I opened the journal more than once per game, I'd be better about remembering these things, but I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. Oh, I didn't go to the bar either. Yeah, I'm forgetting all kinds of things. Let me do those 2 things and then we'll go back to the Normandy.
Shepard, it's good to see you again. Thank you for getting me that system data. Here, it's not much, but hopefully it will help you on your mission. Do you remember the Shadow Broker? With the data you got me, I may be able to find information caches from his agents.
I've got a lot on my plate. Remind me who the Shadow Broker is.
He's the most powerful and dangerous information broker in the galaxy. No one knows who he is. Given his resources, there's speculation he may actually be a group operating under one name.
Are you on the run from the Shadow Broker? I can help you.
Actually, it would be more accurate to say that the Shadow Broker is on the run from me. We crossed paths not long after you died. Since then, I've been working to take him down. With this data, I'm a step closer.
You can't come with me because you're after the Shadow Broker? What if I help you find him?
I'm sorry, Shepard. The galaxy doesn't work that way. I need to find leads, trace information. I need to work. I can't do that on the Normandy. I wish I could.
I've never seen you ready to execute someone in cold blood. What did the Shadow Broker do to you?
I was on a job with a friend. The Shadow Broker's people caught us. My friend didn't escape. I don't know if he's dead or being interrogated. But I need to find him. I owe him my life. And I need to make the Shadow Broker pay for what he did.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do.
Thanks, Shepard. I will. Now, is there anything else I can help you with?
I'll talk to you later, Liara.
I don't know. I think for some of them, like if you forget to talk to somebody in this game, I think you can come back and just do it and just be like really awkward and like a long time later, but they don't notice. I don't know. I don't think I want to find out. I'm still mad about that one in the first game. Because I knew better. I knew better, and I still missed. I'm going the wrong way again. Sprint to the bar.
You're making money off people's fear.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you've got the right combination of things for adepts, and you've got the right combination of squad mates, I think it can be effective. But yeah, there are certain fights where the deck is stacked against you a little bit.
I'm gonna have that asshole arrested. Watch yourself if you go in there. Some human is causing trouble. He's demanding that I sign the place over to him.
I'll be careful.
Or you could kill him. You know, legally, in self-defense. I'd make a really good witness. Failing that, I'm hooking up security cameras now. If he or anybody else causes trouble, I'll have their asses arrested.
Yeah, I enjoyed Sentinel in the third game, but I did not enjoy it in the first game. I know a lot of people like it. It wasn't my favorite. Yeah, I don't have a good reason why not. I just kind of found it difficult to like adapt how I like to play to that class, but it was fine. But and I mean, I'm glad I tried it, and I would probably try it again, you know, but it wasn't my favorite.
I still don't see why we're here. Solarians do not get married. My family simply negotiated a
Here we are just creeping on their bachelor party.
Whatever. It's the closest you guys get to a wedding, and that means you get a bachelor party. End of story.
They look like they're having a great time.
You're really holding out on me? I'm a man on the edge. I got nothing to lose. I'll do anything to get the job done. I'll go all the way without a second thought. You want to see how far I'll go? I learned how to shove a gun in people's faces from Commander Shepard.
Hey, if you know this idiot, can you rein him in before I slap his ass with a singularity?
Shepard? Is it really you? It's me, Conrad Werner. We met on the Citadel. I wanted to become a Spectre. Oh, and then you shoved a gun in my face. You showed me what it meant to be truly extreme. I learned that lesson well. So you're alive, huh? I hear it goes like that in the biz. Why don't you sit back and watch how it's done? I got some asses to kick.
Oh, sorry about that. Hang on, Andrew. Can you allow that, please? That's weird. We have a really strange list on this channel for like words that the auto mod has caught that I don't understand why it caught. But Andrew, if you could allow it, please. I don't have to click out of this. Yeah, he is an obsessive idiot. I agree. He's the fanboy. But I don't know. His character makes me laugh. I think he's hilarious. I love that they included him. But like, he would be so annoying to deal with in real life. I'm not gonna hit him or shoot him in the foot.
Conrad, why are you
That's
acting
okay.
like me?
What, are you crazy? I'm nothing like you. I'm not a Spectre working for the Council. I'm on my own, backed only by my wits and my nerves. No rules, no laws, just whatever it takes to get the job done. I'm not like you at all.
I will double check the auto mod settings again. I thought I had it adjusted to be like, basically I just wanted to catch like anything that could be like truly offensive, you know, and maybe, I think sometimes I think I've saved the settings when I get out of like editing them and it doesn't save, but I'll go double check. But several streams ago on this channel, it held the word Karen, which I thought was really funny. So it's got like I've got like the weirdest list of permitted terms. It's kind of funny, but I'm sorry it did that. I'm gonna check it again. Every time I think I've got it set the way I want it, like something comes up that makes me think that, oh, actually no, it's not quite right yet. So sorry about that. Thanks for your patience with that. I do want to keep chat like safe for everybody, and definitely want to keep any actual like offensive language, not like just like, you know, harmless cursing, but like offensive or you know, language that could really be hurtful to somebody. I don't want that in chat, but I'm still trying to learn how to use like these tools like the auto mod effectively. Which one was it? The Twitch automod? Yeah, because I was able to do it. Because I have like some sort of auto modding attached to the Streamlabs bot, but I'm not sure it works effectively or at all. But I will double check and make sure that everything is set the way I actually want it to work.
Conrad,
Training. This man has not had training.
I'm saving the galaxy, Shepard. I don't have time for training.
Are you though?
Get it? You were a big jerk, but you saved the galaxy and showed other races that humans matter.
He wasn't a jerk.
And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
I think it's a funny little bug that they set it up where you get, like, as if you gave the renegade option in the last game, even if you didn't. Yeah. He's special, isn't he?
How'd you get that armor?
Oh, they make some pretty convincing replicas these days, if you're willing to pay. Getting the whole getup was pretty expensive, but my wife was really supportive. She even paid for my shuttle fare off-world.
I love Athena. I like her reaction in the background. But like, if you're gonna go like stick your finger in people's faces and pick fights pretending to be an F7, maybe like buy actual armor. I'm not sure replica armor is going to help you if somebody decides to kick your ass because you're throwing your weight around. Wait, I don't know. Conrad's special. I love him. I love what he brings to the game, even though he's infuriating.
So you just wander the galaxy righting wrongs?
Hey, don't say it like that. I talk to people, you know? Ask them if they have big problems that only I can solve. You'd be surprised how many people are just waiting for someone to talk to them. Sometimes I poke through crates, too. You know, for extra credits.
Sounds safe.
Any decent security system will detect that you aren't in the military, much less part of my squad.
I just say that I'm deep cover and don't appear on systems. I'm doing the best I can, okay? You were a hero. You saved the galaxy and showed everyone what humanity could do. And then you died. The galaxy needed someone like you, Shepard. We all did. I had to do something.
Why were you trying to get the deed to this place?
This place is actually a front for a red sand dealer. I need to take it over to crack the ring.
What? Who the hell told you that?
The owner of that weapons store near the carport? She's an undercover cop. She told me about it when I introduced myself.
Listen, crap for brains. First, we don't sell red sand. Second, red sand is legal on Illium. You just need a license.
Oh, sorry, Barry. I missed your chat before. I'm glad you had a good walk. I'm glad you're having nice weather. Here, weather's not bad, but when I went out earlier, it had been raining, so it was really hot and humid. Well, not like really hot, but it was hot and humid. It probably still is now. I'm not really looking forward to going out in it again. We need the rain, but the humidity, I mean, it's Tennessee, like it's humid all the time, but like that post-rain humidity is just like not my favorite. But I'm glad you're having a nice weather day.
I'll talk to this undercover cop and figure out what's going on.
Thank you. If I kill annoying customers, it usually causes property damage. That comes out of my pay.
Just let me know if you need any help, Shepard.
Is Athena like habitually killing annoying customers? I mean, I guess I could understand that. Hi, Anthony, welcome. I hope you're having a nice day today. I have lost the stairs. There are no stairs in here. There's a door. Yesterday and today, like, I'm not having the best luck, like, remembering where I've come from or where I'm going. You'd think the number of times I've played this game that I would be able to, like, maintain a decent sense of direction, but you would be wrong. So I need to go talk to the quote-unquote undercover cop. I'm doing well. I'm a little jealous that you're able to like chill and have a drink and browse Twitch. One of the things I want to do this summer is get to spend more time in other people's streams. I feel like for the longest time, the only time I've had to be on Twitch is when I'm actually streaming myself, and I really enjoy participating in other people's streams and learning from their streams, and that's something I really want to get back to doing, at least on a semi-regular basis, but haven't been able to yet. Soon, hopefully.
Eclipse might be fun for you.
Can I help you with something?
I talked to an old friend, Conrad Werner. You told him that the Eternity Lounge was selling red sand.
Oh, you're Conrad's friend. Yes, that place is really dangerous. I should know. I'm an undercover cop. Did you get me the deed to the bar? I need the deed to, stop the red sand dealers.
Do we want Paragon? Do we want Renegade? We'll go Paragon.
I softened up the bar owner, but you need to go in and finish them off.
Really? Are you sure?
Absolutely. You just need to close the deal. Go in, be tough, and let them know you're with me. They'll hand the deed right over.
Wow, great. Here, I'll set you up for a discount. Thanks for the help.
That's not a bad way to spend your day off. I guess I'm kind of on summer vacation. I do most of my work is during like the school year, since I teach music lessons, and the orchestral season kind of runs the same as the school year. So I'm kind of on summer vacation, but yeah, like I kind of in the last several months got to the point where with my regular work and then doing stream things, when I actually had a day off, I felt like I needed to get away from all the things, and decompress. But I have missed getting to see other people's streams, particularly going to other like music streams, since that's what I do on my main channel. Like there's so many like aspects of music streaming that I feel like I still need to learn, and I still want to improve, and like learning the gear and stuff. Like every time I watch somebody else's stream, especially somebody who's a bit more established, has a bit more experience, they'll do something or use a piece of gear, and I'll be like, oh, I gotta learn more about that. That's really cool. And like right now, I just kind of do very simple music streams. I just practice, but I would love to get into like looping and stuff like that. But the gear is a bit of a mystery to me, so I like watching other people stream so that I can kind of borrow from their ideas. But like right now, it's something that's a bit out of reach for me because I don't have like looping pedal or a looping station or anything like that yet. I have one microphone, and I probably would need two to like, since I play a wind instrument, you know, can't really put actually that's not true. You could put a pickup on a clarinet. I've seen it done, but I don't know if I'm there yet. But yeah, I'm still a ways away from being able to do that. But like I feel like it's really helpful just to watch somebody else stream who really knows what they're doing, and I need to get back to doing that and just like meet other people too. It's really cool. Can't buy anything over here, but at least we have the discount now. Feel kind of bad that we talked her into giving us a discount and we're getting her arrested, but
trust me, the goods coming in from
she's
the terminus
being
systems are
shady.
great for business. I don't know, some of them seem dangerous. That's the whole point. Danger means more contact for us.
Oh, I'm so glad, Barry. I'm sorry you were having a rough day yesterday. I'm glad I was able to make it at least a little bit brighter. Did it get sorted out, or do you feel like you're working towards getting that thing sorted out? Because I know that's really scary to have like hanging over your head. Your go-to for not tequila. I don't know anything about tequila, but I know that that's a type of drink. That's a type of tequila, right? I'm not a big drinker. I like having. I mean, I'm well above the legal drinking age here, but I like having a drink every now and then. But I'm just not like a big alcohol person.
Do you have anything flashier?
Like fruity things, and like I'm not like a whiskey drinker or anything like that. I like margaritas, so I guess I kind of like tequila, but in a margarita. But I probably, not that I couldn't care less what's in it, but like I'm not like a. I'm of the like, if it tastes good, I'll drink it camp.
This is just a misunderstanding.
Tell it to the judge. My surveillance vids caught your extortion attempt from 4 different angles.
I was misled. I was told that you had agreed to sell.
Take her away before I have my bartender throw her out.
What happened? The undercover cop from the weapons kiosk just got arrested.
She wasn't a cop. She was a deep cover operative from a terrorist cell. I'd never have found her if not for you.
Really?
Really. You did a great job, Conrad. Now please, go home. Let me take it from here.
Can do, Shepard. And thanks. It's really good to have you back.
Poor guy just wants to be helpful. Like, he's a pain in the ass, but he just wants to be helpful. Yeah, Andrew's a big whiskey, etc. drinker. I think it smells like gasoline, personally, but it's just not for me. I have, for those of you who aren't into, like, that kind of stuff, and you like the fruity things like I do, Trader Joe's has this really great brand that makes, like, a yummy watermelon and peach wine. There's two separate wines. There's a watermelon one and a peach one, and they're, like, incredibly weak. They're not, like, strong wines at all, but they're very tasty. So that's my recommendation if you want a fruity, not super strong wine, and they're like $4.99 a bottle. So Trader Joe's. But yeah, I can't get into like the super strong stuff. It's just not for me. Yeah, I don't think there are even really any exceptions to that. I just don't really like the for lack of a better word, the burny stuff. I don't like it so much. I don't know. He's like a golden retriever, but like, I don't know. Some golden retrievers are quite smart. They're quite intelligent. And I don't know if that quite fits Conrad.
Thanks for taking care of that crazy guy. Saves me having to beat him to death with his own spine.
Well, that'd be a bad way to go.
That makes the other customers nervous.
It would.
Anyway, this is Eternity, and I'm Athena, a sorry matriarch and bartender. Get you anything?
You're an Asari matriarch? I thought matriarchs served as honored advisors.
Right. Which I do here at this bar. I know, not what you'd expect. But nobody on Thessia wanted to listen to my wise counsel, so here I am. Dad was a Krogan who fought in the Rachni Wars. My mother fought in the Krogan rebellions. I've pretty much seen it all.
Your mother fought in the Krogan rebellions?
I don't know whether she fought. She scouted, sniped a few people, and blew up a couple of space stations. You know, commando stuff. She'd put the old commando leathers on for special nights with Dad. Goddess, that was embarrassing.
He does remain to him. Yeah, that's true. But let's, yeah, I guess that doesn't fall under big spoilers, but that's like an alternate universe spoiler since I'm trying to keep him alive. Avoiding spoilers for the next game there, if you keep him alive, he does contribute in a small way, in a small positive way. But yeah, the stories of like how and why he died, you have to like be Paragon enough to be nice to him, or Renegade enough to be like really harsh with him, to keep him alive. But like the ways that he kind of bites it if you don't do either of those things are kind of funny.
If your mother fought in the rebellions and your father was a Krogan, didn't that cause tension?
Yeah.
They didn't meet until a few hundred years after the Turians put the boot in with the damn Genophage. As far as either one knew, they were both just warriors. Dad boasted. Mom stayed quiet. Mom was a matriarch herself. Dad was near on 1,000 when the truth came out.
Well, let's not get spoilery about the third game, even though this is not my first time through. We are keeping like chat spoiler free for those who might be watching who've never played before. Just feel free to like reference things that come later in a way that like in like an oblique way that I might understand, but those who haven't played before can like not have any idea. That's what I try to do. I try to get creative with the word choice when I'm referencing like why I'm doing something that'll affect something later. For those of you in the know, but that way the uninitiated don't have the surprises ruined for them.
What happened when he found out?
Yes, obscure references are great.
Shaking my ass in some sleazy bar. They got me on the link. Told me that they were gonna have it out. And made me promise to love whichever one survived. Turned out to be damn easy, since neither one did. Family, huh? What a kick in the quad.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Barry, but I hope they get it sorted out in your favor soon. But hopefully, at the very least, like, the shock has worn off, and you can kind of, like, deal with it in a way that doesn't feel like it's so jarring. But I'm still sorry that that's happening to you, and that's what's going on. But, like, I hope that it gets better. I hope that they're able to fix it for you. My favorite class, we kind of talked about this before. I like Infiltrator, but I also really like Adept. And I've only played Engineer once, and I found it difficult to like get the hang of in the beginning, but then I ended up really enjoying it. So like it's kind of hard for me to pick a favorite. I kind of like all of them for different reasons. The only one that I don't love as much as Sentinel, but I did enjoy it in the third game, because I like the tech armor ability. But I found it very difficult in the first game. So like if I had to pick one, I can't pick one. If I had to narrow it down to two, it's probably Adept or Infiltrator, which are very different, but I like both of those. 2 and 3 Adept for you. Yeah, I really enjoy Adept in the second and third one. It's still good in the first one, but it can be a bit challenging. Like, it's hard to pick. It kind of depends on what I feel like doing. But like the engineer is fun too. I like using the drones in the third one in particular if you're an engineer.
You said your father fought in the Rachni Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Adept.
Love showing off his war scars. Krogan think they're sexy. Me, I go for asses. When I was a girl, he'd tell me about landing on this poison-filled world and stomping a Rachni queen into muck. Scientists say all that stuff about us getting genetic material from the father is crap. Seems like I got a bit of his mouth, though.
I really enjoy using Throw. There's something very satisfying about sending the people soaring off the map. You know, it's just, it's fun. I like it. You would do another playthrough, you can't decide what class to play. I would say either pick one you've not done before and just go for it, or you could pick one that you have done before and see if it's possible to do it in a little bit different way. Like just dump your skill points into different abilities and see if you can structure it a little bit differently. Those would be my recommendations. Or just like pick a couple and flip a coin, you know, whatever.
Why is a matriarch in a bar serving drinks?
It's better than what most other matriarchs are doing. Look at that screw-up with Saren and his Geth a few years back. Their ships were hanging bare-assed in space when Saren started shooting. If not for you humans, we would have bought it right there. And I warned him. Told people on Thessia what was coming and they didn't want to hear it.
What didn't they want to hear?
That art and philosophy and political prowess wasn't gonna cut it. We can't go a single Asari lifetime without some big war breaking out. We need to get our daughters working earlier, not spending their wild maiden years stripping or in merc bands. When I started talking about making new mass relays ourselves, they laughed the blue off my ass. So now, I serve drinks.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like in this one, yeah, like the planet exploration in the first game, I feel like if you don't know like where the important things are, it can feel a little bit like busy work, you know. With all the games, like I kind of feel like I just choose like based on what the vibe I want for like that sit down, that session, I guess, to be, whether I want to like dive into like main story mission or do some of like the bebopping around the galaxy, which sometimes is fine. Like if I'm feeling a bit like distracted and I'm not paying like super close attention, I don't want to die like 100 times, then just like zooming around exploring planets is good. But in the first one, there's always the risk of Thresher Moths, right? Drunken Rhino doesn't help. What's Drunken Rhino? I'm confused. Oh yeah, the Mako's fun in its own way. Yeah. I kind of play these with like a kind of a completionist approach. So like sometimes I feel that like in the first game it's like, well, I don't want to sit here and go to all these different planets, but I have to because I have to finish everything.
What's it like living for nearly 1,000 years?
Violent. Wars break out. Colonies get destroyed. Sometimes you hear good news like that colony on Pharaoh surviving. That's the exception though. You find peace in whatever arms will hold you. Turian, Elcor, Hanar, even had a pureblood daughter. I was the father. Didn't work out. And one
Thank
day
you for the
wake
follow.
up,
Appreciate it.
There's gotten matriarchal and everyone else is too young to remember how the Quarians looked inside those suits.
Yeah, it seems like Streamlabs bot decided to enter the chat, you know, for like the last 10 minutes. I'm add that to the list of things I need to adjust because it's acting weird.
Thanks for telling me about that.
That's what I'm here for, babe. Get you anything else?
Just looking around.
Right.
Don't eat the nuts in the red bowls. They're for Turians and Quarians. You'll get cramps.
Alright, so my alarm on my watch is about to go off in 1 minute because I need to be off by like really like 4:50. This won't be an all the time thing on Thursdays. This is just a today thing. So I think it makes sense for me to leave it here, and then next stream we can do maybe we'll recruit Thane, the assassin. Or we can recruit Samara, the Justicar, whichever one I feel like doing when I start stream, but we have to be at Illium anyway, so it just makes sense. And remember to feed my fish. Yes, but it's fine. We haven't done a main mission yet, so they're still alive. And we also haven't returned to the Normandy yet, so as long as we stay on Illium, the fish are cool. As soon as I get back to Normandy, I have to feed the emotional support fish so that they don't die. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week and have an awesome weekend, and I will see you next time.